In today's episode, we're gonna talk about potential altcoins that gonna moon in this upcoming bull run, and we still have a little bit of time to scoop some of these altcoins really cheap before they start rallying. But I can tell you there's not much time left. And of course, we also talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominance. And if you think that's interesting and want to make some money here, then definitely stick around. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, liking this video, and also activating the bell to never miss out on these important updates. And now let's directly start off with the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance has finally found over the last couple of days resistance at 52.16 that I had pointed out that level. Then we most likely go up there, and we touched it exactly. And from there we started also to drop exactly also as I predicted it. And then we had here an upward sloping support line that got broken. We got completely rejected from there, had a nice move to the downside, now some consolidation, and I expect continuation for the dominance to the downside. And that will be, of course, really good for most of the altcoins because they're gonna start to run really heavy. The next level to watch will be around 49% in my opinion. There could be a little bit of support around 50%, but not much. When I draw a line like this here, around 50%. So, but I believe, maybe a small bounce, and then we go to 49 and lower. Now, when we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin also did exactly what I told you guys. I told you, be careful when we get close to the apex with the price action, because normally what happens is either we break out and we see a fake out, or we directly break to the downside. So, and this starts looking here like a fake out because we are rolling over, and most likely going to see continuation then to the downside. So for Bitcoin, it's time to short, in my opinion. It's not time for longs. But of course, the longer that can be dragged out, the faster the indicators are resetting, and the more likely it gets over time that Bitcoin will go to the upside and continue its trajectory, but only if we keep going sideways, more or less, or sideways down a little bit. Then we can see another push to the upside. So if we are seeing that not being happening, then we definitely see here a strong move to the downside. Then, so that was of course on the 4-hourly chart here. Stochastic RSI, can still go down a little bit more, maybe another 4 hours, and then gonna reset if a higher time frame is not also moving towards the lower end of the indicators. Here on the 30 minutes chart, here you can see beautifully the rejection. I'm gonna show it to you also in a bit on another chart. So here you can see we had here somewhat of an M pattern that did not completely break now to the downside yet. So, but that is something that you can potentially still trade. That trade is not too late yet. So here you see that should go to 30,650. So it would be not too late for that trade yet. We are around the right level to enter that, in my opinion. And then here, 31,075 would be my stop loss on that trade. So let's see, is that short? Yes. So here you get a new free position, new free trade that I might take myself. So here, that is a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, 1% to the downside. You trade that with 50x, you make 50%. So against the 15% risk tolerance that you are taking here. So that is definitely worth taking, in my opinion. I might take that trade later on. I actually took a trade as I promised yesterday, but the trade happened so fast that it would have been irresponsible to share it with you, because you would have gotten a really bad entry. So, but I made a trade yesterday and I won it, but it took was open for 2 minutes. So it was really fast. I entered it and then bam, went down. So it was really quick. So, but this one you should be able to catch, I hope. Then here on the on this 4-hourly chart with our resistance box, you can clearly see what I meant yesterday, that we have to break this high point here to get any indication of continuation to the upside, but that did not happen. We created another lower high yesterday here and also there, And still the high at $31,500 is not broken yet. It has to be broken so that we can see continuation to the upside. Unless it's not broken, we should be prepared that we see first a rejection to around $28,000 in my opinion. And don't forget, guys, if you want to trade altcoins and Bitcoin trades with me together, do it on BYBIT. There you still get $30,000 absolutely for free, but only with that specific link here. And on ASCENDEX, also $2,000 absolutely for free, and some free Bitcoin for completing some really simple tasks, but also only with that specific link, guys. Only with these specific links, you will be able to claim almost $32,000 absolutely for free for your trades. So take that money, it's real money that you can trade for free and make gains on it and keep it. So that is insane. Definitely take advantage of that. So now let's move to the altcoins that I'm looking at for the next bull run. So Aptos is definitely one of them. So we finally saw here a break, let me see, of that downwards sloping resistance line. So, and that looks also kind of like a bump and run pattern. And I'm gonna show you there are some other coins looking quite similar, because we have here a lead in phase, we have here our bump, we have then here the throwback to the neckline, and then we have the jump here up, which is the uphill run. So that is technically for me a bump and run pattern that played out here. You could maybe also argue a cup and handle pattern. Could make here the handle like until here. There you go, cup and handle pattern. Doesn't matter how you look at it. It is bullish that we broke it to the upside. So my first target would be here around the prior high at $9.45. Potentially a little bit lower, because I see here some resistance, basically that part here. $8.78, $9.14. That is what I would be watching right now as initial take profit points when we go here to the upside. And if we would come back down, then I would start, let's say maybe we come not as low as that back, but here, yeah, so here that range, that will be my buy zone if we ever come back here. So let's say over the next week or so, or a little bit longer, the price actually just goes sideways down and it comes back into here, buy. That will maybe the last opportunity where you can buy it that cheap, because I'm gonna tell you, if it comes back down there, it will go really fast to the upside and will break that resistance level here really quick. So I believe rather it comes up here, tests this, gets rejected, then comes back up and continues to the upside, and then this former resistance level here becomes your new buy zone if you're not already in a trade. So I bought it on spot, I'm already in a trade, and I'm going to trade this to I think to $9, something close to $10. That's my target for it. I have not the order right now in my head what exact target it is, but it is around where I have the top of the box, around $9.14, $9.40, $50, $10 ish. Then RNDR also, the downward sloping trend line finally has broken, as you can see here. That was quite a resistance for a while, since May, so more or less 6 weeks. Yes, more or less 6 weeks that we were facing that resistance. We have broken it yesterday. We got a retest, or we are in the process of getting a retest today, and that will be also your last chance to buy it potentially at these prices before we see here a move to $3 and what is it, 3 or even higher. Oops. All the way up to $4.03. Also, when we're looking here on the stochastic error side, there's still more room to go here to the upside. And when we're looking at the MACD is also bullish. The moving averages, they are moving away from each other, which is a sign of bullish momentum in RNDR. So we can expect continuation here to the upside over the next coming days and weeks. Here, Phil, also downward sloping trend line, got finally broken. Same situation today, pullback, tomorrow most likely continuation, or another pullback if Bitcoin takes a shit. We should not forget that we are also facing that potential issue with Bitcoin. So here, my take profit points for that one would be definitely around here, that level. And then a little bit higher. Yeah, here. And then also, yeah, here. So here you have free take profit points. You can technically still enter if you want to. It's not too late. So wait here, there's also level $4.63. If we stay above that, there was some resistance. It seems to be now turning into support. So if it holds today, then get into it. There's still 12% almost to the first target, and all the way up, it's 64% to the upside. Let me draw you a box here again. Stop the video if you want to also draw the box at the same place, so just that you know where it is. So if it ever comes back into that box, that is a heavy buy. But I also tell you, if we are losing that box, then you should get out. But for now, it doesn't look like that we come back into this. And then the other level that you should be watching is here. So that is another buy zone if we are keeping the price in that range and not losing that range. If we are losing this, then down here, that will become your buy zone. If not, if we stay within that, then this becomes your buy zone. So, and this is from $4.63 to $4.82.6. That is the range where you can buy fill. Then Immutable X, the last one. So here we were going beautifully to the upside. Guys, remember I told you all the way here that this is a good coin that we can get into. So I did not buy it down there. I gonna admit that. So, but if I would have, I would be up 33% right now. And also remember, I told you buy it when we are back here in that zone. So I hope you did to buy in the buy zone, because since then you would be up also 14.5%. If you bought just on top of the buy zone, that's also fine. Then you're up like roughly 6%. So that's still money, you know, and I still believe that we're gonna hit all these targets here on the way to the upside. So these coins, in my opinion, they will do really, really well in the next bull run. And one of the reasons is that some of them are highly driven by China. So the Asian market is heavily invested in it, and there are a lot of AI coins. There's RNDR, there's Phil, Aptos. They have all touches of AI or relationships with AI, and everything AI right now is still a huge narrative. And yeah, that drives the price for these coins. Guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you then again tomorrow.